Yes, everybody, Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you're safe. Well, happy Saturday. West Ham can't ruin it today. You can have a nice curry. You can have your Chinese tonight, and West Ham won't ruin it. That's tomorrow as we take on Aston Villa. It's like an episode of EastEnders, isn't it, really? But we are more than aware of the situation, and we know that Carl McCauley has joined West Ham. He's been working there since Thursday, I think it is. Identifying players alongside Maximilian Kahn as well. It seems to be working together very well. Well, that's what we're led to be believed. And so we've had a few more players identified in terms of players we're looking at. So let's crack into it and give you who they are and the Rusty rumour rating, the original rumour rating. Don't you forget it, peeps. We're going to start with a couple of midfielders. The first one is Dario Essugo. Portuguese prospect, age 19, currently on loan at Las Palmas from Sporting Lisbon at the moment. He's piqued West Ham's interest, apparently, and any transfer would have to be a permanent deal, given the players midway through a loan spell. Other clubs being linked to the likes of Chelsea, Manchester United, and Leeds randomly. He's a very combative midfield player and has spent time on loan at GD Raves, where he made 14 appearances. He was the youngest ever debutant at Sporting Lisbon at the age of 16 years and 6 days in March 2021. And in December that year, he became Portugal's youngest player to appear in a Champions League match. He's represented Portugal at various youth levels and has 7 under-21 Portuguese caps to his name. He is 5'10", so he's not the tallest, but he's a right-footed defensive midfielder known for his ability to anchor the midfield in deep central positions. But he has shown versatility going forward as well when required. Interesting player. Definitely one that wouldn't see coming in for January, but could maybe come in the summer. So therefore, Russian rating 50-50. Lamar on him. Sticking with centre midfields, let's talk about Eric Ebimbe. West Ham apparently are in hot pursuit for the services of the Eintracht Frankfurt midfielder, according to Foot Mercato journalist Sebastian Denny. He reported yesterday that the 24-year-old is desperate to seal a move away from the Bundesliga club. However, AS Monaco are understood to also be in advanced discussions with Frankfurt over the signing of the French midfielder on a loan deal before the transfer window closes. They've still got a few details to finalise. West Ham, another league club, and Galatasaray are also hot on the heels and looking to maybe kibosh Monaco's capture for the French international. Well, he's not an international French midfielder. I don't know if he's a full international just yet. He's definitely youth international. The development suggests that his desire to leave Frankfurt for more playing time is likely. It could be fulfilled by Monaco, as the deal appears to be in more advanced stages compared to the Irons' interest. Again, a very interesting player, a player who could come in now and make a difference. Where arguably someone like Dario, not so much so, but Eric could be. We've had an Eric, we've had a Brian linked. What the hell? No, just randomly just came on. Brian, Life of Brian. I mean, I could see, being a typical, not typical Brighton signing, but a typical signing that a Brighton club would be interested in. Obviously, we are practically a new Brighton now, aren't we? With Potter and McCauley, and potentially, I would imagine Dan Ashworth probably coming in tow. Speaking of Brighton, Adam Webster. Adam Webster is a player that apparently we are looking to bring in as a potential option. That's according to the Sun's Jack Rossier. He's one of the defenders the Hammers are considering this month. Now, before we all turn our nose up at it, all I'm going to say is Craig Dawson. So I'm going to say, when I saw we were first linked, I was thinking, but then I was thinking about it in a bit more detail. Now, I haven't got the stats, but maybe I will have a look at the stats. But since the departure of Craig Dawson, I think our defence has looked a shell of itself. And when you look at the options we have, obviously Jean-Claire, Maximilian, Kilman, Mavropanos, there's a opportunity for a fourth choice centre half. Now, there's either two options for that fourth choice centre half, or /4/3 choice centre half. You either go young, you bookend it. You either go young or you go old and experienced. Someone like Adam Webster knows Graham Potter, knows the way Graham Potter plays. You know, he's played a lot of games, and he's not going to cost a lot of money. His wages about 50 grand a week. He's got 18 months left in his contract, although they do have the option to extend it by another year. And I think you want someone who's just going to come in and do a job. Not going to fuss, not going to moan, know their position in the squad, who's going to be reliable. You know, Adam could come in today and play on Sunday. He knows the way Graham Potter wants to play. He knows his setup. He could fit into the system. Is he the most inspiring substitute signing we can get? No. Was Craig Dawson? No. Did Craig Dawson become a cult hero? Yes. And I think Adam would be one of these types of signings. Not the one that's going to sort of, you know, have their name plastered in stars over, you know, not the most exciting, but as a squad player, experienced as well, over 350 appearances in England. You know, decent goal rate as well for his position. I could see big lad as well, 6'3". You know, if you're chasing a game, you want to throw on another centre half. He's a big lad as well. Can play in the back four, can play in back three as well. I think it could work. I really did. Again, not saying it's most glamorous, but I'm saying it could be an interesting one. And I think it's one that could have legs. Therefore, the Russie rumour rating, the original rumour rating, I give this one 80% because you've got the Potter factor as well. As I said, not the most exciting, particularly for the centre half. The two midfielders I think are exciting, but not Adam. But I think Adam will be a very good squad player. I really do. When you look at it and people go, "Oh, what about Caelan Casey?" Caelan Casey hasn't got the experience, you know. I mean, Adam's got 350 first team appearances under his belt. You know, he can come in as and required, as and needed, knowing full well his spot in the squad. His squad wouldn't be first team. He wouldn't be the starting lineup. The starting lineup would be, you'd imagine, Todabo and Kilman. If it went to a back three, then arguably he could be in that back three, or Mavropanos could be in the back three, and one could be on the bench. He won't moan about that position because he knows he's 30. He knows he's probably about another 3 or 4 years max left in his playing career, and I think he could work. I think he could. But no doubt people are going to go, "Oh, what about this guy?" And I get that. And it could be 100 centre halves we could get. But you've got to think in terms of the MO of what we need. We need someone who's going to come in for, at the moment, unless Jean-Claire goes, and then that's a different conversation. But at present, you know, you've got to think Jean-Claire and Kilman are our first two choice centre halves, potentially, and then you would have Aaron, if they're playing a back three, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is the third member. You know, that's how it should work. Now, no one's going to. If you get someone who's a first choice at a La Liga side or something like that, they would expect, and they might kick off. And Adam will be a very good squad player, very good. You know, having someone from a Brighton model as well, so knows how it all works, knows how Graham likes to work, can impart that information maybe within the team as well. A bit similar to how Max was meant to do a job for Lopetegui, but it didn't really work. And yeah, I mean, if he's not just the only one, if he's one of two or three, bring in 3 or 4, I'd be happy. Anyway, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith. Any breaking news, we'll bring it to you. Much love. Bye-bye.